What's up, everybody? It's been a while since we've done a Rockland Revolution. All right, in the background right now, we're going to be waiting right now for 9 o'clock to come, guys. It's a band called Victoria. We're going to talk to them tonight. We're going to see what they're up to. That's their song right there called Fire. So if you have Spotify, make sure to check them out. They got that riff. Love that.
Oh, here we go.
Yay!
Whoa! Yeah, we got it.
Hi.
Awesome. There we go. Well,
Give me a minute.
welcome.
Thank you.
I'm glad, Caitlin, thank God you're here, because if people watching would see it, they're like, man, this is a band of ugly people if it's just
Well,
being
thank
angry.
you guys for joining us tonight. My name is Rick Phoenix. I am your host for Rockland Revolution. It's been a long time since we've done an interview, and tonight we got the band Victoria Fire from Pennsylvania.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Awesome. And they are a quartet, right? It's 4 people.
Yeah,
Our
drummer he works a lot of night shifts, so sometimes these don't work out for him, unfortunately, which sucks because he's the newest member, and we'd really like to get him more FaceTime, you know.
Well, go ahead and introduce yourselves. Let us know who you are, what you do in the band, and a little bit.
So I'm Caitlin. I sing. Yeah, I do a lot of singing. Yeah, we're all from Pittsburgh, but I've been in the area my entire life. I'm hoping to explore some new territories eventually, but I'm here for now. And, I love rock music, love metal. It's always been a big part of my life. So I'm just thrilled to be able to do it.
I'm a guitar player. Also from Pittsburgh originally, still here. Been playing in bands for a long time now. Quite a few with Corey, actually. Most of the bands I've been in, I've been in with Corey. It always seems to happen, and it's a good thing. But I've been playing guitar, about 15, 20 years, and really played a lot of cover band stuff. I still do, but that was predominantly what I did for a long time. But then about 5 years ago, I just made a choice to really get going on original music. I had a whole bunch of ideas and stuff, and I just really wanted to explore that part of it. So it took me a little too long to get it going, but now I'm just having a blast doing it, and I love these guys and playing with them. And it's
I'm
great.
Corey. I'm the bassist. That's why I waited until the end. I'm a good rhythm support. I'm the supporting part of the band. Me and Dean, we keep everyone in step. And we're not the flashy types. We're the drum and bass. So I waited my turn like a good bassist. That's why I'm a good husband too. I just let myself get bossed around. So
Oh my God.
I'm very good at taking direction. So
There you go, ladies and gentlemen.
like Andy said, been in a lot of bands with Andy. We met in college, and like he said, this band got together because Andy is an incredibly vain person, and he had the need to get his music out to the world. So I just decided to tag along for the ride. What did we get called at the last show? The Thunder Gods?
Yeah, Thunder Gods.
Yeah, it's like the Mean Girls. It's like, even though it's not going to be a thing, I'm going to try to make that a thing. So my fellow Thunder God, Dean. Dean's just been with us for a couple of months now. It'd be awesome to get him involved in more of this stuff, because he's a really personable guy, very charismatic. He works night shifts. He's airport traffic controller, so he has an important job, and it's late at night, so he can't sometimes make these. But
you got to do, right?
I think he's actually he's kind of reinvigorated us.
Yeah.
We ran into a lot of problems with COVID just slowing everything down, and then our old drummer, great guy, he's named Dan, but even when he joined the band, he was like, it's not really my style of music, but I just like to hang out with you guys.
Yeah.
And then eventually he just decided he got with another project. And then when Dean came aboard, it was that getting fresh blood sometimes, I think, just kickstarts.
How long have you guys
so,
all been together?
I think we just 4 years, I think we formed, right? Has it been that?
Yeah, like 3 to 4.
Since
And has it always been original music, or was it like cover band at first, or how did y'all
it's an
start?
originals project. That was always the intent. We throw like a lot of bands like us, we throw in a cover here and there. We try to mix them up too, just to keep it fresh and kind of surprise people in our set list. But yeah, we're an original.
What
band.
kind of covers would you slip in there? Just curious.
So we actually the three people came up to me, and I am not a personable sort, so I mean you could tell that they really enjoyed it.
Yeah.
Because we did Judith, but from Perfect Circle.
Oh, okay.
Because Andy and I, and I know Caitlin likes them too, but Andy and I, we always loved Tool and Perfect Circle because we met in college.
Yeah.
And we have just always said we've never heard a cover band play that song.
Okay.
And it's a badass song, and I get to scream on it. So
does
that's
everybody
fun.
Sing in the band, or is it just Caitlin?
No, Andy won't let me. It's Andy and Caitlin.
No.
Oh, okay.
Corey does the screaming. We're slowly kind of reinventing ourselves a little bit. So I think you're going to be seeing more background vocals. We've been kind of all of us. We've been in the studio, been rewriting the songs a lot, and they've kind of all taken some turns, like the melodies. And
does that process work with you guys? Like, who starts it, and how does that go? Do you do all the writing, or is it split up with everybody? Just everybody doing parts?
Prefer Andy. I think Andy brought a lot of material to the band. Because in fact, I wasn't even though Andy and I have been such good friends for almost 20 years now, I was not allowed to be in the original incarnation of Victoria Fire. Andy would refuse to let. Andy had a lot, and another. Now that Dean's gotten on board, I think we've just started to try to make it a more collaborative thing.
Yeah.
Quite frankly, I kind of like having one person start it because that way, if it sucks, I can blame them. But if it's awesome, I'll be like, oh yeah, it's team effort. I get to bask in all the glory. So I'm having to be responsible for something. I don't like it now.
And do you guys have a full album already, or are you still working on it, or is there any future plans for releases that are coming up soon? I know you got 2 songs buttered up, right?
Yeah,
Yes.
I heard you got rocking out to them.
Yeah,
and,
yeah.
We're working on finishing the EP, an EP now. Andy, is it 6 songs? 7?
Officially decided because there's everything evolves really quickly.
Yeah.
Sometimes you're like, oh, maybe we want to go back and redo this song from scratch because now having Dean involved and kind of the way he plays stuff is a lot different, and I think we're rethinking maybe a song or 2 that we were going to put on it, but there's at least going to be 5. There's 5 for sure locked in, so it's going to be at least a 5-song EP with an intro track.
Cool.
That's for sure, and we're very close to completing that. We have another studio session this weekend, and we haven't set an official date, but it's going to be here probably late spring is when we
you have to say this about the EP is I'm really excited because I know personally I'm proud of Fire and Let You Go, and I think as a band we're pretty proud of those songs all together, but I think the songs that are to come are pretty kick-ass, and I think
you're finding your groove. Are you you think you're getting there? Where you're you know what? This is our sound. This is where we're going.
Yeah,
into,
we started. Yeah, we started playing a new song, and it was the first one we put together. It was the 4 of us, and it just kind of instantly was like, oh, okay, this just feels more right and more like where we can go. I think.
Yeah.
I feel like we all felt that, and we've been growing. Working in the studio with a really good producer, and he's helped us grow as musicians, and we've just been figuring some stuff out.
Where are you guys recording the
It's a place out here in Pittsburgh. It's a little bit east of the city. We work a little bit in a studio called Tonic Recording Studios, but we also work with directly out of our producer's house. His name's Lee Caruso Jr. Really good up-and-coming producer.
Cool, shout out to him.
Guy. Yeah. One of the best musical mind I've ever met. He went to Berkeley. He knows his stuff, and yeah, he's just been really great to work with, and
he's very patient.
Yes,
I really admire how patient he is. I don't think we're extremely difficult to work with, but
Corey
I just think is yeah, Corey. I just think that's got to be a difficult job at times, but yeah. he's been very patient with us.
My question to you, Caitlin, is do you, when you go into the studio to record, like for me, like I have to kind of like have the lights dim and kind of like I'll put like a picture up, you know, kind of like okay about what's gonna happen or you know like what it's about or a picture of something will remind me.
Yeah.
Is there something that you
kind
do
of,
to get yourself ready to record a particular song or something?
Yeah.
Any type of...
Yeah, no, that's a good question. I've heard of that. Actually, someone brought that up to me of like putting a picture up of like, you know, someone like you despise or like
Yeah,
something that you can...
or different pictures. I like to put different pictures that remind me of something and they'll just take me, you know,
Yeah, I
somewhere there.
think like for me, and I think that's a great idea. So I actually might start doing that. But
Cool.
I think I do something similar in the sense is like right before we get started, I kind of just like take a deep breath and think of like what the song means, like what the lyrics mean to me, like kind of how I'm feeling. I just really get in the zone.
Yeah, I think vibe's a big thing. I really do.
What kind of gear are you guys using? Like what kind of guitars or anything like that? Anything particular you guys like to use in the studio? I'm a big guitar, you know, person, I guess you could say.
Yeah.
I just started like when COVID, actually, because I've always been a singer, but I didn't start playing guitar until recently, about 2 years ago when COVID hit, or two and a half years ago.
Yeah, I saw you rip,
and
How long have you been playing?
Thanks,
Yeah,
brother.
we're watching you rip through some licks.
Oh, yeah.
That's pretty good.
Thanks.
We're actually
yeah.
we're trying to get, you know, speaking of like Andy trying to get like us all going on like harmonies or vocals, like we're trying. I think we're making some progress with slowly getting Caitlin maybe to play some rhythm guitar one day.
Oh, that'd be cool.
I have my acoustic right here.
Do you play like acoustic?
I'm learning.
Barely gonna learn.
I'm in the learning process. Like I think though I'm capable of more than I realize that I am, but it's just I think it's a lot of like trying to wrap my brain around it.
Yeah, I mean, you'll get there, but I tell my son this because my son he started playing, and I told him, look, man, like I'm not, you know, great or anything, but I have progressed. As long as you take 15 minutes a day, I literally make that a thing. I have to have 15 minutes a day with my guitar, no matter what, just whatever, you know. And that's what I do, and it has gotten me faster. It has gotten me more into the guitar. So I've learned a lot. So, but yeah, definitely like that. If you do just like 15 minutes a day, just like, hey, you know, before bed, you know, I'm gonna, you know, play with a couple chords. You're gonna get better before you know.
Because I notice. I mean, you notice too. If you take a couple weeks off or you're not playing very much, like, you got to pick the thing up, and it's like it's like you forgot half of what you have always known.
Yeah.
You know, just
I especially feel that on bass because I play both bass and guitar, and like if I don't, especially with bass, if I don't stretch my fingers out, I'm like, holy hell, how the hell can I do some of these stretches?
Yeah.
Well, something that my vocal coach taught me that is really helpful, and like unfortunately, like I don't think you can do this as much with like a actual like guitar, but at least with vocals, she taught me to like work it into what I'm already doing.
Yeah.
So like if I'm in the car driving, like warming up while I'm driving, or like there's this like gargling thing that I like can do, and she's like, hey, you're brushing your teeth, like, you know, you can. And I was thinking about that the other day because I was making dinner, and I'm like what better time than now to sing and to warm up? But it's kind of hard, I guess, like with a guitar, if you're in the middle of making dinner and you're trying to
watch a video.
Also,
watch a video.
Both of our children are in their terrible twos and will yell at us to stop singing. I don't know. Do you get that, Caitlin? I literally get, no, stop sing, Daddy, stop sing. I'm like, all right.
I get the same exact thing. Yes. No, Mommy, don't sing like that.
So what kind of inspirations do y'all have? What kind of influences do you have in your music?
I'm definitely a big fan of, like, first and foremost, Flyleaf. I love, like, Alanis Morissette. But I love, like, Chevelle, Seether. But then I also like kind of softer stuff like Sarah McLachlan.
My wife was listening to you earlier, and I don't know if you know who this band is, but she showed me a band. She says, I think she sounds a little bit like I think they're called Jack Off Jill. Have you ever heard of them?
No.
Okay, when you get a chance, check them out. I don't know what song it was, but I could hear what she was talking about. I guess you guys would be the heavier version of
Oh,
that, maybe.
yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
I like
okay. I've
that.
always been like a '90s guy. I mean, I got the Nirvana shirt.
Okay.
I actually play in a '90s cover band too, so like I just love all that stuff.
Cool.
You know, all the great stuff. Alice in Chains is a huge one. You know, Pearl Jam, Soundgarden, love all those. Well, I'm probably my real bread and butter is like late '90s, early 2000s, like Deftones, Tool, Perfect Circle, those type of bands. I mean, I really love like Breaking Benjamin, Chevelle.
Yeah, I think this
all
is
that
your
kind of
drummer
stuff.
that's posting right now.
It is. Dean, hi.
Really?
Say, what's up, guys? Y'all rock.
You rock, Dean.
Thanks,
You rock.
Dean. But
I
yeah,
started
I
drumming
mean, I'm all into that stuff, and I love metal too. But I also like a lot of I like things you wouldn't expect. I mean, I like Depeche Mode, The Cure.
Cool.
I like things that kind of like that like late '80s like emo kind of vibe, I guess, or new wave or whatever it might be. But yeah, I really like really pretty chorusy guitars and stuff too. And I try to incorporate those elements into the instrumentals that I come up with, you know, in some fashion. So maybe they haven't all made it to the forefront yet in what we've been writing, but I feel like at some point, you know, all of those influences.
I mean, unsurprisingly, I think one of the reasons we get a look so well is like pretty much everything they've said I'm fully on board with. But I guess for my part, I probably never even told you guys this, but how I first got into music is like a lot of, 90s kids, I was, 12 or 13 when Nevermind came out. And that's when I started playing guitar. And I think like every family has like probably like a cool uncle, or like some guy that's like just like a bachelor, or like doesn't kind of is into things that the other like regular adults aren't into. And
yeah, that's me and my family. That's
yeah,
I don't know about
I
the
can
cool
see
part, but the bachelor uncle.
I can remember my uncle coming over and like listening, and he was like, "Yeah, I like this," and he's like, "You should check out a band called Black Sabbath," and that was my introduction to like '70s metal. And like Geezer Butler's like bass lines are just awesome, and I love that kind of just that whole groove. And then from there, that was kind of my introduction to. That's how I got into like Led Zeppelin, and I could still remember hearing the Lemon song and being like, "What is that instrument?" And I love those like heavy driving songs, but with like those really cool melodic bass lines. And like Andy mentioned Soundgarden, I think like one of my biggest influences is like Ben Shepherd from Soundgarden. His bass lines are just great. I mean, you listen to like Pretty Noose and like pretty much anything on the on that album, Down on the Upside. So many of his songs just have such great melodic lines that support the heavy stuff, what's going on, but also I guess my thing is what I never wanted to be doing is just, as much as I love sometimes just rock it out and like chug it along on like the root or following the chords, like that gets boring and you want to add more spice to it. And I think too with writing new forward to bringing out a little bit more of that to the new stuff in the
plans
future.
for shows or any type of touring or anything for 2023?
Yeah, we have shows booked the rest of the year. We have to put up our schedule. I've been meaning to do that, but we do have a show. For instance, May 3rd at the Hard Rock Cafe in Pittsburgh. We're opening for
awesome
the band The Rumors. If looking to do more of that stuff, so like with us, just kind of reinventing ourselves and getting going this year. I mean, I think we've kind of all agreed that the plan is just to book some local shows here in Pittsburgh, which we've done, and we're starting to book some shows that are, kind of within striking distance from us, but far enough away that we're starting to kind of expand our territory a little bit.
Okay.
Which is why we went up to Erie, PA, which is 2 hours away from us, but we also have a show booked in August. We're going out to Ohio to play with a bunch of bands on a mini festival. With
awesome.
friends of ours from a band called Era Vera. Really do that kind of stuff, too. And then we have some other shows that we're going to be announcing here soon for the rest of the year. But the plan, I think the general plan is to kind of get our gigging legs this year, and really kind of get that hammered out in our performance get our first EP out, and then next year I think we're targeting to expand on that some more and maybe even do a few mini leg tours,
Yeah, but at least to get yourself out there.
But,
You never know.
You never know.
You never know.
You never know.
We're not rolling that out at all. But just,
you hear that, people out there? Book these guys. Let's get them out there. So I got a good question for you guys right now. I always ask my guests this, since you guys have been on the stage and everything like that. This is a two-part question. What is your best moment thus far on stage, and what is your worst? The worst one is we always have some crazy stories.
I know my worst, and it wasn't. Fortunately, it was when I was in my previous band. We were playing a show, and our guitarist had been drinking heavily before, and he just stopped in the middle of the show and started ranting, and I just wanted to crawl in a hole.
Wait! I don't think I've ever heard this story. What the hell did he rant about?
Yeah, what was he saying or what?
I think it was like something about because the promoter organized the show and then like disappeared and wasn't there for like the entire show, and so it was like kind of like it was awful, but it was sort of like a drunken rant about how like basically just this guy just left, and I kind of wanted to like crawl into a hole and.
Well, kind of related answer. I didn't know if this was limited to Victoria Fire, because I was going to say, actually, we're a very professional band and we don't have anything go wrong in our show, so no worst moments ever.
Your drummer says his best moment is playing with his first show with Victoria Fire.
He's really.
I think the worst moment was a cover band that we were in with me and Andy. We're playing near Cleveland, and. The Cleveland Browns and the Pittsburgh Steelers have quite a rivalry.
Yeah.
And, in the excitement, he saw somebody with a Browns shirt, and us being from Pittsburgh, he took the time to start a fight with, on stage yelling at the guy, and that guy started yelling back, and he had friends at the bar.
It was full of Browns fans, and he was taunting all of them.
And then Andy and I were looking at each other like, I'm not sure we're going to get out of here without getting our asses kicked.
I think he ended up opening a tab for basically the whole bar and paying his way out of that one.
Yes.
Dang.
That's how you do it.
My first show that I ever had with this certain band, we went back to our high school to perform right at Battle of Bands. So we jump up. The whole band jumps up at the same time. And they had made this little stage themselves. So it wasn't secure. I stuck my leg through the whole thing went down. Can you imagine that? But listen kids, anybody out there wanting to be in a band, the show must go on. You never stop. You keep going as long as you can. We kept going. But that was the longest 30 minutes of my life. Because the stage was down, I still got up. I don't care. I'm doing this, but that was pretty bad.
I'm thinking about it. I'm trying to like pinpoint one particular thing, but really, there's been a lot of oopsies with there's been a lot of oopsies with equipment, like your amp blows up or something, and then.
Oh my God! How did it blow up?
I don't know. That's happened. I mean, I also one time we were playing a club, and there was a lot of. I mean, this is kind of it was kind of cool at the time. There was a bunch of girls on stage dancing around and but then they were spilling their beer, and some of it got all over my pedal board and shorted the whole thing out. So I had to plug it straight into the amp, and
my God,
that made it
pretty bad.
Kind of tough to play, but yeah. And then I've also, because I was in the same band with Corey, we had a singer who he would always get us in trouble. I remember him doing some other stuff too, like him being on, dancing on the bar and slipping and falling off.
So I'm a breath of fresh air. Is that what you're saying?
Yes, Caitlin is very much a breath of fresh air.
Cool.
Yes,
cool stuff
very much. I've for some different people. I actually one time in a cover band got to open for Vanilla Ice. That was as random as it gets.
Oh wow, that's cool. Well, drummer,
So yeah,
your drummer posted something, but I can't read it. It says, "Forgetting how to play drums after smoking something." In the what? In New York City?
Yeah, no, he's from New York City, so
Yeah,
I think did it push the show back or?
Yeah. I'm not sure, but so that was not with you guys.
no.
No,
Oh, okay,
no,
okay.
no.
I would not let my fellow Thunder God get into such trouble today.
Yeah, we're gonna assume that was in younger days for Dean, but yeah,
It was last night. No.
it might have been last. Yeah, it's probably last show. We just don't remember.
Al Gillespie says, "What's up?"
Hey, Al.
Hey, Al.
So,
Great guy.
all right. Well, is there anything else you guys would like to let our audience know about you guys? Anything about the new music? Anything about about yourselves?
Hey, we're really just getting started. I mean, we've been around a few years, but we're just getting our footing now, to be honest with you. And I think the best is definitely yet to come. This year's been great for us so far. Ever since we put the first official video up, we've been like a brand new band. And like I said, it's hopefully going to be lots of great things here in the future for us. We'll get the EP out, and then we're going to be putting out more music. As a complete unit here with our new drummer Dean, and so there's a lot to come. And you can expect we'll be putting out a new single here very soon, and I think
there you go, guys.
Do a music.
Will there be any kind of how about like an acoustic song?
I would love to do that.
We keep talking about that. We should really probably just dedicate a couple
what if you
sessions.
Just kind of like reimagine one of maybe like On Fire or
we've already been looking into that. Yeah.
Maybe we can have instead of doing drums, we should have Dean find whatever mystery substance that he had, and he can sit off to the side and kind of do something interesting.
Live like around the same area.
Yeah, I think within like a half hour or so.
Within a half hour.
Do you get to practice like often or something? Because sometimes it's kind of hard to do that with, or do you just kind of say, hey, we're going to do it like maybe like this? I think some people actually do it with all the technology now.
The plan is
get
once
to practice.
It doesn't always pan out that way, but yeah, typically we get together once a week. It's tough with everybody's schedules. I mean,
yeah, I know.
But
I'm there too. I'm there too. I'm excited for you guys. This is cool. It seems like you're gonna find your I don't want to say sound, but in a way like you're finding your way to what you're gonna want to become, or and I can hear some stuff in there that's like, okay, I know where they're going.
Yeah.
But then I know where you're at right now, and I've been there. And just keep it going. I think you're going to get something good out of it. So just keep working hard and definitely promote yourselves. And just get it going. Let's get you guys out there.
Thank you.
Yeah,
thank you so much for having us. And
I want to have you guys back once you guys get your next single ready. Maybe if you have a music video or something, and we'll definitely have all four of you back. So you hear that, Dean? You need to get on. You need to get a day off or something.
Yeah.
For
so
sure.
Where they can find Victoria Fire.
Our best place is our Facebook page. We have you can click on there, and we have a link tree that has you can just one click to everything else. Our Instagram, our YouTube, directly to our videos. So for now, but we're in the works of getting a website together too. So a lot of things to work on, but. Look for all of that soon. And definitely thank you for having us. We appreciate it.
Yeah, Spotify, Apple Music we're on, so yeah.
Any shout outs there? Anybody out there?
Shout outs to everyone.
Everybody.
And
Al,
Dean, of course.
Thank you for tuning in.
Dean. Yes.
And Dean.
The Dean. The Dean.
The Dean.
I'm gonna call him the Dean now.
The Dean.
The Dean. Thank you guys for being on the show. I wish you the best. You guys be in touch and everything. We will definitely have you again as soon as you guys are ready to come back on and make sure to get Dean on as well. So thank you for being on the show tonight, guys. All right, guys. thank you for tuning in, and I will get this up, edited and uploaded onto YouTube. So make sure to subscribe at Rockland Revolution, guys.
Thank
Thank you.
you.
Will do.
All
Thank
right,
you.
guys. We'll see you guys later. And remember, the revolution has begun. All right.